feminine form. "Holly, an old male like me has no business swimming alone at night with a young and beautiful female like you," I tell her. Unfortunately, my words only make her smile deepen. "I'd hardly call you old," she laughs, "and you're not so bad-looking yourself," she says, a little more seriously. Her hand resting on my arm draws my attention downward. That's when I notice the state of the thin robe she wears. Rain pelts the flimsy material and renders it nearly translucent. It clings to her body, and my eyes fall to the soft swell of her breasts. I do not know if it is my loneliness or the intimate bond that Holly and I have built over the past few weeks, but in that moment I nearly agree to join her. Thankfully, voices at the gates tear my attention from the young and beautiful female in front of me. It is Rennick and his mate, Kate, returning from the airfield. Protectively, I step in front of Holly, not wanting them to see her practically exposed body peeking through her robe. Now that others are here, it is as if a spell has been broken. I suddenly feel very embarrassed for allowing myself to become so enchanted by the idea of taking a nude dip in the pool with Holly. She is my friend, a friend that relies on me for support. I should not be ogling her when she is vulnerable. "Excuse me, Holly," I say, turning her around and giving an encouraging push toward her room. "I must go speak with my king." I ignore the annoyed sound she makes at me and hurry to join Rennick and Kate. "Welcome back," I call. "Hey, Gorrard," Kate waves when she sees me. "How was the meeting with Madrid?" I ask as I join them, and we all make our way up the temple steps to get out of the rain. Effortfully, I try not to look back to see if Holly is still standing there. "Good. She expects to have information soon about possible locations of more humans," Rennick tells me. "Perhaps you might be of some assistance on our current subject, Gorrard. We all know the other colonies are busy building up their villages, but Kate and I were just discussing what the outcome might be if we requested their aid in recovering more humans." "Wait, before you answer that," Kate interrupts, "speaking of the other colonies, I noticed a comm on our main link today that was addressed to you," she tells me, and I groan out loud. "Yes, Kate, I saw it as well," I assure her. "And? Do you ever plan on responding to this poor girl?" she presses. "Since the other kingdoms arrived on Elysia, an old friend of mine has been trying to contact me, and Kate has made it her own personal mission to have us reconnect. I do not wish to speak with Yamala, Kate. The last time I saw her, we were both youths. I am no longer a young, yet Yamala has been in cryo for the past 30 years. She has not aged." "But you were both adults, right?" "Only just barely," I sigh. "Look, Gorrard, this girl has been holding a torch for you all this time. The least you can do is go see her." "For Yamala it has not been so long," I remind her. "In time she will forget about me and find interest in a male her own age." "But you two have a history." "For me it is ancient history. Besides, I do not even know if Yamala would recognize me after—" I trail off, not wanting to point out my scars, broken horn, and cybernetic arm. "Gorrard, don't be so hard on yourself. You're a handsome guy. Yamala would have to be blind not to see that." "Kate, it is his decision to make," Rennick tells his wife. She whines in protest, but takes his hand in hers. "I know. I'm sorry, Gorrard. I just want to see you happy." "You need not apologize. I appreciate your concern," I say, giving her a slight bow. "This is the last thing I'll say," she tells me. "At the very least, you should go see her. You both deserve the closure." My focus is drawn to Kate's hand in Rennick's. For a moment, my mind flashes to Holly's gentle touch on my arm, but I push that thought from my consciousness. I have been lonely for such a long time. Too long, really. "What were you saying about recruiting help from the other colonies?" I ask, changing the subject. The three of us talk a short while longer, and I assure Rennick and Kate that the other kingdoms would be very much willing to devote resources to the recovery of more humans. The Vendari is a race that thrives off of protecting those in need. They would be honored at the request for assistance. But it is even later now. So I bid Rennick and Kate good night and head back to my ship in the airfield. Though I have been invited to live in the village, I choose instead to remain on my ship. It is lonelier than the village, but I think it is where my friends Guile and Meyer feel more comfortable, so I stay out there for them. The walk back to my ship is a slow one, and I lose myself in thought. I am ashamed by my reaction.